From the Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell. We are brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. Go online right now and order your pizza at papajohns.com. Barry, we have got basketball, and some more basketball for We Pick 'em this week. Let's start with a couple from the Thunder, though. This back-to-back could be big starting Thursday night at the Peak. Thunder versus Spurs. Who you got?
Well, I'm going to take the Thunder, and here's why. 2 reasons to pick the Thunder, 1 reason to pick the Spurs. Reason to pick the Spurs, massive winning streak, won 18 in a row going into Wednesday night, playing fantastic. Reason to pick the Thunder, they've dominated the Spurs, won 10 of the last 12 against San Antonio. Here's the deciding factor. You never know if Greg Popovich will even put his best guys on the floor. In a back-to-back, he might just blow off the Oklahoma City game. I'll take the Thunder.
Yeah, I'm going Thunder in this one too. And I think it's because Greg Popovich is going to set some of his guys. I don't know if it's going to be one of his big 3 or maybe somebody else. I just don't think he's going to play everybody on his roster at his disposal in this game. And the Thunder at home is really good. They've had a long layoff. The Spurs have been playing. Seems like every night they've been back-to-back crazy this week against some really tough teams. And I think against the Warriors on Wednesday night, they're going to be all in. And then I think we're just going to see some guys sit. So I got to go with the Thunder. Of course, Popovich being Popovich, he probably will play everybody and prove us all wrong. All right, let's go to that Friday night game. The second half of the back-to-back for the Thunder. They go to Houston to play the Rockets. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Thunder because Houston is shorthanded. Patrick Beverley out. He's got the meniscus tear, which is a sort of a ironic injury considering he helped cause Russell Westbrook's from last year. But no Patrick Beverley really puts the Houstons at a defensive disadvantage. And frankly, we don't know if Dwight Howard's going to play. He sat out 4 of the last 6 Houston games. Didn't play Tuesday night against Brooklyn. Don't know how well he's going to play, getting fluid drained from his knee. If the Rockets aren't at full strength, they have a very tough time with the Thunder. If they're at full strength, I'm taking the Thunder.
Yeah, I'm going Thunder in this one as well. And, you know, you talk about those guys being lost. Those are guys that if the Rockets are going to play some defense, those guys are going to start it. Guys like Patrick Beverley, Dwight Howard. Who's going to run around it? Who the heck's going to guard Russell Westbrook on Friday night without Patrick Beverley? I mean, plenty of Thunder fans would say, who cares as long as Patrick Beverley's not out there. But seriously, who tries to contain Russell Westbrook on that team? Does Chandler Parsons have any luck with him? I like Chandler Parsons, but he's not going to hold Russell Westbrook in check. They're going to have a hard time holding the Thunder down. I'm going Thunder on Friday night. Hey, what about those final 4 games, Barry? They kick off on Saturday night down in the Big D, or the Big A, as probably Jerry World and the Arlington Convention and Visitors Bureau would prefer I say. But Florida-UConn leads it off. Who you got in this one?
We got Florida. I think they've been the best team throughout the major course of the season and have remained so. Very solid in their 4 wins in the NCAA tournament. UConn's a great story with Kevin Ollie, but UConn's been a 7 seed for a reason. Florida, preeminent team, 35-2. Really no losses since December 2nd. I think the Gators win it.
Yeah, Gators were my pre-tournament favorite, and I'm sticking with them because they're the only team I've got left. But I can ride them all the way to the championship. But I think they do win. I love what Kevin Ollie's done with UConn. Man, what a fantastic run through the tournament. Got his team playing great. And, you know, Kevin Ollie's such a good guy, really left an impact on the Thunder, so people around here think highly of him. But I just have a hard time seeing how Florida doesn't win this game. They're just so good and playing well, too. You got to go Gators in this one. All right, Barry, what about the other semifinal? Wisconsin against Kentucky. Big red, big blue. Who you got?
I've got Kentucky. I just think Kentucky's going to have too much athletic ability for Wisconsin. Wisconsin's played magnificently. Great offense in terms of structure and patience. But I just think Kentucky's going to have too much, perhaps on the board, perhaps in transition, but Kentucky's got a lot of athletes. The key on Kentucky has always been, can they come together and play well? Most of the season, no, but they played well down the stretch in the SEC tournament and definitely in the NCAAs. I think Kentucky makes the national title game.
Well, I think we're picking everything the same this week because I'm going Kentucky too. I bought in to what the Wildcats are selling, thought they played fantastically against Wichita State, thought that might be their best of the tournament. Really thought that they might not play that well again the rest of the way, but they've been fantastic. A bunch of young guys that are really coming together. The story's been often told, but I like Kentucky in this game. I think it's going to be a heck of a matchup. They're going to have a ton of fans down there. They took a ton to the regional semifinals and finals. They'll flood North Texas with more fans. I like Kentucky. Bonus pick, who wins the Final Four?
I'm going to go Florida.
I'll go Florida as well. All right, lastly, let's talk some women's Final Four. We're going to go ahead and move UConn and Notre Dame to the finals because they're undefeated. Nobody's beat them yet. We're going to say they're going to play each other. Who are you picking?
Got Connecticut, and it's not because Notre Dame's lost its center to the ACL injury this week. Connecticut is the superior team, even though both are undefeated. I've talked to a couple of women's basketball coaches. They say it's not really close. Connecticut far and away better than Notre Dame. I think UConn finishes unbeaten.
I'm going with UConn in this one as well. We apparently have to pick them all the same this week, but I agree. I think UConn is better. I think they're a cut above. I think they've got really a fantastic collection of individual talent that's playing really well together. Notre Dame, a shame that they're not going into this Final Four full strength so we could see these two teams play each other. You know, longtime Big East rivals now no longer in the same conference, not playing each other. That's how they got to this point without playing each other. They would have under normal circumstances before. I hope these two programs get a non-conference series set up because these two programs have really emerged as the top of the heap. So would love to see them play more regularly. I think we'll see them play in the finals, but man, the Huskies, they're really, really good. And be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.